guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a wear test for you guys. So L'Oreal came out with a new foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. And I'm going to be giving this a try. I wanted to show you guys how it wears on oily skin, how it looks on my skin, which way is the better application, and just an overall wear test for you guys in case you guys are interested in this foundation. So let me tell you a little bit more about this foundation. So this retails for $14.99. I got it on Ulta's website and they have 30 shades. So some details: this is L'Oreal's breakthrough longwear foundation with breathable technology. It provides medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. The formula's 3 oil absorbents resist sweat, water, and transfer. The ultra-thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh, healthy-looking complexion that lasts. Color stays true and blends in evenly so your makeup looks fresh all day. Non-comedogenic and formulated with SPF, this foundation is suitable for all skin types. And it has the 30 shades. So some benefits: it lasts up to 24 hours with fresh staying power, long-lasting foundation with lightweight breathable texture, waterproof, transfer resistant, and sweat resistant, medium to full buildable coverage, natural finish. So they say you can apply this with your fingers, a brush, or use a beauty sponge to blend out. And it has a 4.8 star on Ulta out of 5. There are 24 reviews, and it is 86% of people would recommend this to a friend. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my face. So for primer, because you guys know I need a primer just because I am oily, I'm using the Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer. This is with Broad Spectrum SPF 50. And this is the Kane & Austin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit on. When I use this primer, I like to put it on the oiliest parts of my face. So my forehead gets really oily, right on my cheeks over here gets really oily, and then my chin. And then whenever I'm done, I just smooth it out all over my face. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can really see this foundation work. Okay, so you guys are zoomed in, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my face. Okay, so I have the Real Techniques. This is a sponge. And then I also have the Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. And I'm gonna do half of my face with the brush and half of it with the sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, put 2 pumps on my hand. You guys can see it is pretty runny. So I'm going to use my sponge first. I'm just going to go ahead and tap and just put a little bit on my face. So I'm just bouncing that in to my skin. So first impressions with the sponge side is that the sponge soaks up a lot of the product. Like, it is basically all gone, and I feel like I just need more coverage on this side of my face. I feel like this foundation can definitely cover up more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more pumps and blend this out, going over my eyelid. For this, I need about 1.5 pumps of the foundation to evenly cover this side of the face. But you guys can see it looks so natural compared to this side. I mean, I still can definitely build it up, but there is a nice finish. It is on the matte side, but it's kind of like a semi-matte finish. But you guys can see it covered up all of the redness, especially on my chin, and it just makes my skin kind of look smoothless and really nice. So I'm gonna take my brush and put a little bit on and then just blend it out. And I'm gonna go over the lines just so everything is smooth. So you guys can definitely see. So I used about 1.5 pumps so far because I did use some of that on the other side of my face, and the coverage is a lot better with a brush, and you need less product. I am going to take half of a pump, just, there we go, a little bit, just so I can build it up on like my redness and my acne. And then I'm just bringing it down on both sides just so it blends out. Okay, but first impressions, I definitely like this with a brush a lot better. And I even feel like it sits better on my skin with a brush. It kind of like fills in my pores a little bit better. Like here you could see my pores a lot more than on this side, and it even covered up my redness a lot more than on this. Like you can see I still have some redness peeking through like right over here, but on this side you really can't tell. And I feel like it just covered up my acne better. It made my acne look like very smooth, like I didn't have any acne. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put my concealer and my blush on and my powder, just so you guys could see how it actually looks throughout the day. So for concealer, I am going in with the Jouer. This is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Foundation. And this is in the shade Wheat. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on. Then I'm just going to take a beauty sponge. This is also a Real Techniques. And just blend that out. So far, the concealer is going on very nice over the foundation. Even though it is a few shades lighter, it still looks very nice. Like it blends out very, very smooth. Then a trick I actually learned from Juicy Jazz, I love her, is I like to let my concealer kind of sit a little bit longer just to kind of crease up. I know that sounds weird, but you want it to crease up. Then you're going to go over it again with the beauty sponge and then set it, and that kind of helps all of the creases disappear for longer. So I'm just gonna let it sit and wait. So while I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face. I know that this is like a totally new step for me, but it worked. I did it a few times and it actually did work. So for setting powder, you guys know I'm going in with the Too Faced Peachy Perfect setting powder. I just put a little bit in the cap and tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to powder my face. So with powder, I'm actually trying to just powder my oily parts of my face. So definitely my forehead, definitely right in between my brows. I'm going to be doing my cheeks, and I'm going to try not to get super close to my nose and right around my lips, because I have been pretty dry around those areas. So I want to keep those areas kind of like, if they get dewy, I don't mind, but where I get oily, I want to put the powder. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And then I feel like that's set for a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty sponge again, and it did crease a little bit. So what she says is what you want to do is you kind of want to make that ugly mascara face and open up your eyes and just set everything again to make sure that there are no creases whatsoever. Then I'm going to go ahead and set my face, set my under eyes. So I am using the Too Faced. This is the pressed banana cream setting powder, and it's also like a brightener for under the eyes. So I just take a little bit, you guys can see, and I just put that underneath my eye. So then next I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my face. I'm using the Marc Jacobs. This is the Tan-tastic bronzer, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put this on with a Morphe brush. This is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. I actually just got this bronzer not too long ago, and I really like this bronzer. And I really like this brush as well. As I was filming my 2018 favorites, I was like, you know, I don't have any high-end bronzers, and I was like, let me try getting one. So then I'm just also going to do the top of my head, like my forehead. But this is a really good bronzing brush. Then I'm just gonna drag that down on my neck. So I am freshly bronzed and totally loving that feeling. And the bronzer actually applied really smooth to the skin. Like there is no like patchiness. It just looks really nice and really smooth. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on some blush. So blush, I'm going in with the Anastasia Trio. This is the Peachy Love Trio, and I actually want to go in with that middle shade. So I'm just again using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This is a JH04 brush. I'm just lightly tapping into that and then just putting that on my cheeks. You want to go in pretty light with this because it is pretty pigmented. Again, the powder is just going on really nice on my skin. I like how it just sits. Everything just looks like fresh. My makeup looks like skin so far. I'm really liking this foundation at first application just because it is very smooth and it just makes my foundation look like skin. Like it looks like I'm not wearing any makeup, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face off camera and I'll be right back. Hey guys, okay, so this is my completed look. If you guys like this look, I will drop the link down below. This is my Allure beauty box. I used everything in this box to create this fun look, and if you like it, let me know. So I started off this video like on time. It was around like I want to say maybe 11:45 by the time I was done filming my base of this foundation, and it is now 1:37. And the reason this took me so long is because I was filming this video and then I had to go get my grandma from ShopRite, and then she lost her cane, so we were trying to find her cane, and it took a really long time. So let's just call check-in time of me finished with the foundation, set my face, everything is good at 12 o'clock. So it has now been an hour and a half. This is my completed look. Finished the video, found my grandma's cane, everything's good. And my foundation is looking pretty good. I feel like it's still holding strong. It's still looking solid. I don't look oily. This is highlighter. I don't look oily. I just love the overall look of this foundation. And I'm still feeling the foundation side a little bit more, just because it did definitely cover up more than this side. And my sponge side, I also had to use more product, but overall I'm really liking this side a lot more. Everything just looks seamless. My face still looks fresh. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like I have a lot of makeup on. I am pretty matte. I don't feel sticky or anything like that. I look matte, but I don't look so flat faced, if that makes sense. Like I do have like a little bit of like a satin matte kind of finish. But I'm really liking this foundation so far, even though it's only been an hour and a half. But I will keep you guys posted. Today I am just, what am I doing? I need to find a sweater for New Year's Eve. My cousin and I are going out. So I'm going to try and find a sweater. I am going to eat lunch. My mom and I are going to go for a walk. So I do have a pretty busy afternoon, and I'll keep you guys posted. So I will see you shortly. Hey guys, so it is now 4:25 and lipstick wore off. Lipstick definitely doesn't stay on all day, but that's not the point of this video. Point of this video is my face, my foundation, and I am really loving it. I mean, I do, you guys can see, especially like on my forehead, I am a little bit, I don't even want to say oily. I want to say I'm just like dewy. and it's like a nice dewy. It's not, I don't look oily, I don't look greasy. It just looks really good. Everything is still sitting on my skin really, really well. Powders, blush, like bronzer, everything just looks really, really good on my skin, and I'm really loving it. I feel like this foundation is definitely something that I would wear again, and to be honest, it might be one of my favorite foundations so far. I mean, I know it's only been, let's say like 4 hours since I've had this foundation on, but I'm not really liking it. I mean, up against my nose, like right in this area, it isn't cakey or anything like that. I did blow my nose a few times, and a lot of the foundation like didn't come off, which I'm surprised about. I am like a little dry in this area, like right over here, and I'm a little dry like right here, but I have been having like dry patches like right over here and in the corners of my mouth, but the foundation doesn't make them look super dry right now. Like it looks, I feel like it looks good. It's not clinging to the dry patches. That's a better way to say it. The foundation is not clinging to my dry patches. It just looks really good. So that's it for this check-in. I feel like next check-in's probably gonna be around 8 or so, and I'll keep you guys posted. Hey guys, it is now 7:53. So I put on this foundation, let's say around 12 o'clock. So it has almost been a full 8 hours of wear. And to be honest, it's still going strong. Like, I am so surprised. Usually I am an oily mess, and I'm not oily. I mean, I do have a nice shine. I want to say glow. I do have a nice glow to my face, but I'm not oily at all. And even in these harsh lights, you don't see me like extremely oily. I just look a little glowy, like right on my forehead, and I want to say a little tiny bit on my cheeks. But overall, this foundation is lasting pretty well. I'm not dried out in any areas. My nose area still looks exactly the same, not clinging to the dry patches even around my lip. You can see like up close a little dry, but normal, like looking at myself in the mirror, I can't tell that I'm dry at all. I do see a tiny bit of glowiness, but it's not the type of glowiness that I'm upset about. And I was sweating this afternoon. I mean, I went on a hunt to find my grandma's cane. I was running all over the place. I went on a walk with my mom. I just did a lot. I was editing, just finished eating dinner, went out to grab smash burger. Like, I was pretty busy. And I feel like this is just lasting very well. Everything is still sitting nice on top of the foundation, and it's not settling into any like lines or pores or anything like that. Up close, I mean, when you're using a mirror that's like magnifying, you're gonna see like, oh, those pores look big. But like overall, this looks very, very good. I feel like I'm just a little dewy, but I'm gonna check in with you guys before I go to sleep so you guys can see how it looks before I take it off for the day. So I'm probably going to check in with you guys, I want to say around 10 o'clock. I think that's when I'm going to take my foundation off and my makeup. But so far it's going really good, and I really, really recommend this foundation. I have super oily skin, and it is beautiful on my skin. My mom has like normal skin, and it looks beautiful on her too. So overall, I feel like this foundation really does work for every single skin type. It just looks so beautiful on my skin. It just looks like a second layer of skin, and it just, I'm in love. I feel like it just looks really, really good. But I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, it is now 9:57. And I'm ready to take my makeup off. Yes, I did apply more lipstick just because I was taking some photos, But on to the foundation. So you guys could probably tell I am looking a little bit more dewy than my last check-in, but I still don't feel like I look oily. I feel like I kind of just look glowy, dewy, and just looks like my skin, to be honest. It really doesn't look like I'm wearing any heavy foundation. It really doesn't look like I'm wearing any foundation at all. And to be honest, this is just sitting so well on my skin. There is no creasing. There is no cakiness. Everything just looks super, super natural. The only thing that I do see is that it did wear off a tiny bit on like the tip of my nose, like right over here. But I was blowing my nose, allergies. But other than that, it just looks really good. It didn't settle in to like my smile lines at all. It just looks really seamless and just super, super natural on the skin, which is what I'm looking for. And I'm not oily. I'm kind of just glowy. I feel like it just looks so good. This is definitely a foundation that I will wear again. I am 110% in love with this foundation. I feel like this is going to be my go-to foundation for a really long time. To be honest, I feel like the way that this sits on my skin right now is better than some of my higher end foundations. And this only costs $14.99, which you could say is a little expensive for drugstore foundation, but the way that my face is looking, I would pay like 40-50 bucks for this, because I'm totally in love with how my foundation looks right now. It just looks very seamless, not cakey. It just looks super, super natural, and that's what I'm looking for in a foundation. I want the coverage that is going to cover up my acne, my scarring, my redness, and I want it to look natural. I don't want it to look cakey, and I don't want to look so matte that it looks like I am just flat-faced, you know? Like here, like I look glowy, I look like my skin is just young, fresh, and just very youthful, and this foundation really does it for me. And to top it all off, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any foundation at all. So overall, I give this foundation like 2 thumbs up, A++. It is just amazing. If you have not tried out this foundation, definitely give it a shot. I do feel like the primer did help with the oiliness, but I have used that primer before with different foundations, and I still felt like I did get pretty oily. So I feel like if you have oily skin, that primer and this foundation is the perfect combination for you, because it just sits so nicely on the skin. If you have a dry skin, go with a primer that isn't as matte. My mom doesn't use a primer at all, and it just looks so pretty on her skin. It stays on all day. It is just such a great foundation. I cannot say anything bad about this foundation, because it is just, you guys know, it is just like one of my favorites. It is just, I love the way my face looks right now. But that is it for this video. I hope that you guys liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And please do not forget, give me a comment. Let me know what other wear tests you want to see. I can do any foundation you guys want. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you want more foundation wear test reviews, and I will gladly make that happen for you guys. But that's it for this video. Please do not forget to subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye!